all she had. Okay, so you're going to notice that we have two pouches. These are known as the fornices or the fornix. I have an anterior and a posterior fornix. Well, this is going to make it difficult because you don't have a flat, but just for I told you so, this is going to be the anterior fornix. That's going to be the posterior fornix. You're not going to master it now because I'm going to show you another flat on Thursday where you'll be able to see the pubic symphysis, so you'll always know where the anterior, and you'll be able to see the rectum, so you always know where the posterior is, and then this little model will become easier for you. Okay? And therefore, if this is the uterus, and that's the cervix, this is the vaginal cavity, below the cervix. Okay? And the last thing I want to talk about with this model is the uterus. There is a glove-like ligament, it takes on a sheet-like appearance, that wraps around the uterus, and it also helps to wrap around the ovaries, keeping everything in place. One of two words, you refer to this as the perimetrium because it's wrapping around the uterus, peri, and it's also known as the broad ligament. Whichever one you give me is fine. Good? Done with them. Perimetrium or the broad ligament. Okay, so onward to our kidney. By the way, you guys know what your homeworks are for Thursday, right?
No.
Ben, what are they? Wait, hold on. Maggie said it first. What are they? Just
Maggie.
drawings?
Maggie.
Just drawings
No.
of the kidneys?
Maggie.
Drawing and
No.
And function.
Draw, label, color, list functions. I've been giving you all the functions. So basically, your work should already be done except for drawing when you leave my class.
No.
Okay. Right, Marissa? Guess what I just had when I went to the library?
Oreos.
No, I didn't have an Oreo, but you're close. One of the librarians' birthday. Somebody made an Oreo cream cheese cake. Guess what? It's 5 minutes. I had a slice. I'm like, I'm doing this because Marissa won't, so I'm doing it so she doesn't have to. See, that's how I read my life. Okay. What's this? This whole thing's your kidney. This outer transparent layer. This is your renal capsule. So if I point to this and say, what does that represent? What type of tissue? Renal capsule. Notice there's no adipose tissue here, so I'm not going to ask you the adipose capsule. Don't worry, I have sheep kidneys. You will be seeing them, and then you'll be able to see your adipose capsule. Here's your medial indentation, renal hilus. Here's the outer perimeter, renal cortex. Remember earlier in lecture today, Mr. Ben? You see all these little dots that almost take on a sand beige-like color? Those are my nephrons. So your entire cortex is lined with those nephrons. These are the guys that are doing your kidney assessment on, your kidney function. So when they come back and say, yeah, we did a kidney function exam, it's not looking good. Your kidney function is based on these nephrons in your cortex. Good, moving on. Here are our flower petals, renal pyramids, medullary pyramids. Here's an extension of the cortex going between them, renal column, much easier to see on the sheep kidneys. And you will see that the renal papilla, where it points, goes into this little cavity. That's our minor calyx, minor calyx, minor calyx, minor calyx, minor calyx, minor calyx. 2 or more minor calyces drain into the next one. Major calyx. 2 or more major calyces drain into this hub right here, the last hub before it enters the uterus. Yeah, the uterus, I just did it. Ureter. Thanks, I blame you. That was you, Charles. What is this? Renal pelvis. And then the ureter,
What's the renal pelvis?
where all the major calyces drain into. The last major hub before the ureter. That's the definition.
You say 2 or more. Does that
Yeah,
mean
because-
every kidney's different. then,
No,
right? So there'd
maybe
be
it's
2.
layout, but there's a major callus here. I guarantee if I were to open up, there's one there, and there's at least one more over here.
So what do you mean by 2 or more?
So it could-
1, 2, 3. It's just you don't want to use it single.
Okay, so there's always gonna be 2 or more.
Thank you.
In the kidney itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so, yeah, I'll go this way then. So now, is this life size?
No.
No. So what I've done is I'm blowing up a portion of the cortex and the medullary pyramid to what I have here. Here are my nephrons again. Okay. Candace, how you doing? Okay, awesome. Do I have a capillary bed in there?
Yeah,
What is that called?
the glomerulus.
You know what? Fantabulistic. There's my little filtration capillary bed. Ready? I'm going to take this and blow it up. Candace, look. She caught the glomulus. This is the capillary network. Okay? This is the filtration network that is found in each and every single one of these. Notice the afferent arteriole, smallest form of an artery, and the efferent with an E is smaller, as Charles said in lecture. Large in diameter to bring it in, small on diameter to go out, to basically backlog and create pressure so it's more efficient in its filtration process. If I turn it this way, you're going to see on the walls of the afferent arteriole, the one coming in, I have cells there. Juxtaglomerular cells are on the walls of the afferent arteriole.
Is that the
Juxta.
green shit? I mean the green stuff?
Sure. Juxtaglomerular cells.
Well, is that the cells or not? The green stuff.
I just said sure. So, what's this capsule?
The renal capsule.
This is not your renal capsule. Bowman's capsule or the glomerular capsule? Brandy, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So let me put my glomulus that Candace took out back in. Good. I have a tube that's leaving Bowman's capsule that's pretty close to the point of origin. Which tube is this, Brandy? No! And my kidney!
No, sorry. Well, the isoflurane tubes are
My heart rate
really
just went
hard,
up.
So that's why I just assumed it was that.
What?
PCT.
Who?
PCT.
One more time.
I can't remember the full name,
I don't care.
but that's PCT.
What is it, Brandy? Candace, what is it?
PCT.
What is it, Brandy?
PCT. I don't remember.
Proximal convoluted tubule. Did you get that on tape? This is going on YouTube. All right. So, this is the proximal convoluted tubule. You gonna make it over there, Charles? This one over here is the distal convoluted tubule, or parts of, and that's okay. I'm not going to ask you that question based on this because it's not good enough. But what this is going to drive home, I also have cells in the walls of the tubules, and these are known as the macula densa cells. Macula densa cells. Okay, taking my PCT, going over here. Candace, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Capillary bed, what's that again? I can't see any papers.
Glomerulus.
Okay. And it's leaving the proximal convoluted tubule. Everybody following? And then I turn into a what branch?
Descending.
And then what branch?
Descending.
This is my nephron loop or my loop of Henle. Okay? The loop, the plumber's loop. So if I
loop
go.
of hell?
Sure. No, that's this class.
I thought that was what
Oh,
you said.
yeah.
No, this class is the loop of hell. This is the loop of
Been here
Henle.
for 10 weeks now.
Hell, okay.
10 weeks.
10 weeks altogether.
10 weeks.
It's close enough.
That's it. 10 weeks of your life. That's all I've stolen from you.
The whole summer.
Ascending branch of the loop of Henle, or the nephron loop, to, what's this, Candace? One more time, Candace. It's the opposite of PCT.
Also, it's the descending. Is it
DCT.
Distal convoluted
Oh,
tubule, I
distal.
apologize.
That's what the DCT.